Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Lynette. Today we're going to talk about what you can do, not what you can't do. We've kind of been brought up in thinking about what we can't do. And it's interesting to me that people will say, you can do it, you can do it. But I don't really think that they believe it or that you believe it. But when you get it within yourself that you can, it's interesting how it becomes a reality. And I know in life, for example, my allergies, if I'm having a bad allergy day, I'll say, oh, my voice is raspy. I can't do it. I can't record today. Instead of saying, my voice is unique. Allergies, no allergies, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It is who I am. And that makes it unique. That makes me unique in who I am. If we were all cookie cutters and we all sounded alike, then nobody would be unique. Nobody would stand out. I know when growing up, my mother would often say to me, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be. Now, I'm not sure if she believed it because the things that she would say other times, but I didn't believe it. I would say it, but it was more or less just a lip service. But for some reason, just lately, it has become a reality. I noticed, I've shared with you in the past about my mobility issues. And I notice when I'm in a position where I need to make my body do something and I get a little bit afraid that maybe my balance isn't going to go off or whatever. So then my brain tells me I can't do it, and then it just gets worse from there. But lately, it's like an aha moment. It has really kicked in that I can do it. So whenever that starts to happen, I tell myself, I can do it. My brain relaxes, my body relaxes, and then it performs the way it's supposed to. I remember when I first started getting sick and I would go to get in the bathtub, for example, and I would attempt to lift one leg over the tub. And if my brain kicked in, can I do this? Then I would stiffen up and I couldn't do it. So your body does clearly react to the way that your brain is thinking, the messages that you're receiving. So you have to know within yourself that what you're doing is the right thing, and being you is unique to who you are, and that you can do whatever you're attempting to do. Sometimes I think it's easier to say what you can't do. And I started listening to myself recently. I was on about 3 different issues. I started saying, I can't do this. I can't do that. And I was saying it to myself, but nevertheless, I was saying it. And I realized that basically what I was doing was making excuses. Almost like then I didn't have to try, or if I failed, I had a reason for failing because I knew I couldn't do it. But in doing so, in looking at the type of information I was putting out to the universe, I realized it was an excuse. And when I started turning it around, it became a reality that I can, in fact, do this. And I think we need to tell ourselves that. We don't need to tell other people constantly, oh, I can do that, I can do that, because you don't want it to come off as bragging. But you need to know this within yourself, and you need to stop making excuses. And that goes for minor things too in general. Like, for example, yesterday I got a haircut, and the lady cut my bangs really short. And I would look in the mirror and I would say to myself, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. But I thought, stop saying that. It's you for today. It's who you are today. And that goes for everything. Not just saying we can't do something, but criticizing certain things, criticizing yourself, criticizing what you can't do or things don't look the way they should look. They are the way they are today. They are you, and that's what makes you you. So you need to wrap your brain around what you can do and get into the habit, because I think saying what we can do has become a habit, and live in the reality that I can do it. And in the beginning, it may not feel like the reality. In the beginning, it may feel like you're just saying it, but it will eventually kick in. And it is just as easy, if not easier, to say, I can do it, until you believe you can do something. If our brain can think it, we can do it, and it will become reality. I think I shared with you in a previous episode, one of the places I work, one thing that they put out there for us to absorb was, don't try to mimic anyone else. Just be yourself, because we're all unique the way that we are. That has come a long way with my thinking. That has helped me a lot. That no matter what it is, no matter if we think it's a negative or a deficit to our being, it's not. It's who we are. It makes us unique. It's part of us. And you can take that uniqueness and know that you can do something. And the way you do it is not a pass or fail. It's that it's you. It's that who you are. And you're doing it well. You're doing a good job. If somebody else is chosen for something that you want, it may be that who they are is who they were looking for at that particular time. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you are you and you are unique. And it's time to turn your brain around to know that you can do it. And when you do it, it's always going to be good, because you're doing your best. You're doing who you are. And that's how everything's going to come across, the uniqueness of you. And I believe that's something that you should get excited about, that you cannot fail. There is no pass or fail. You are doing you. There is no duplicate of you. It's just who you are. I've noticed in adapting this sort of thinking that it takes an awful lot of pressure off, because you're not trying to do it to be like anyone else. You're not even trying to be what you consider would be the best, because there is no best. There is only what somebody is looking for at that particular time. Just like we all look different, we all are unique in our own way. And so by taking that pressure off and knowing that you are just being you is a very exciting place to be. And it does take a lot of pressure off. So I encourage you from here on out to know that you can do it. And no matter how you do something, it's going to be good. It's going to be right, because it's going to be unique, because it is you. With that being said, I wish you all a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.